Okay. I see the lies pouring out your face. No, you can't hide. I see them clear as day. I'm growing tired of playing these games. You say I'm tripping, well, get up on this plane now, 'cause I'm pulling out with you or not. Are you going crazy or too damn lazy? We ain't skipping through no daisies. This wasn't my fantasy. This ain't what I thought. And this ain't what I want.
I told y'all wasn't ready.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Guys, happy holidays. Gobble, gobble. Turkey, turkey. There you go. All right, that's it. All right. Yo, it's your host, Keish, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show. Across from me is my co-host, my man, Mark.
Happy holidays.
And we got a special guest in the building tonight. I got my homeboy Kev in the building.
Yes, finally made it. Finally made it in. Finally made it in. It's definitely a pleasure to be here.
Camera right there.
Yes, okay, definitely a pleasure. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Be safe. Enjoy the weather. It's not too bad outside. It's a little cold, but it gets worse. We know that.
Oh yeah.
But definitely enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Catch some good sports all around and spend some time with your family.
Yeah. We got some food back there. We got guests back there. We having a good time. We're about to have a good time. I don't even know what to say, but yeah, we're very excited because we have a lot of guests this evening. In Charm City in Baltimore, it is a tradition. Whether you went to private school, public school, you know about the Turkey Bowl, the big football game between the Loyola Dons and the Calvert Hall Cardinals.
And we've been very, very blessed to have the head coaches of both teams on.
Right.
Previously.
It's crazy. So we got coaches from both schools coming back tonight. They're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk some trash.
Yeah,
we're gonna get it in. The Ravens won. Holy shit! Another
God,
shutout.
Thank God.
Right. So and we also had Tavon Mason coming back. And what? Nate's a Loyola Don in the building. Loyola, stand up. I mean, I went to Mercy, so I'm kind of partial towards Calvert Hall. We're going to win on Thursday. But, so we got everybody in the building. It's going to, as you can see, we're trash talking already. So, we got Tavon Mason coming back. former player for the New York Jets, current assistant coach for Stevenson University. He's going to be letting us know how they have been faring over the past couple of months. So we're going to really be getting it in on the local tip, man. I'm feeling all the local love. How about y'all?
Hey, definitely feel it myself.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, yo, what's popping with Walking Dead?
Oh, why you gotta ask me that?
Oh, you still ain't caught up?
No.
You watch Walking Dead?
You may want to keep looking that way.
All right, I'll watch you.
Everyone's like kind of down on this season though, and I'm just like,
Are they saying it sucks?
yeah, like they're bored. But in this era that's being told on the TV right now, that was like the era of the comic book that I just wasn't a big fan of. And what comes next is just crazy. And I'm just like, get through this boring part to get to the Whisperers. If you know what the Whisperers are, holy shit.
All right, well, you got me on that one, but it sounds creepy as fuck. All right, yo, so let's get right into it. Let's go hometown hero. You got a hometown hero this week?
No.
Oh, no hometown hero?
It was a bit of a busy weekend for me.
I can dig it, man.
But, you know, we can do a little follow-up of last week's hometown, which was, of course, Gilman.
Yep.
They were going against their former coaching staff, St. Francis, in the MIAA conference championship this past Sunday. And, you know, Gilman, you give them all the credit in the world for getting back there after losing their coaching staff. Unfortunately, they didn't win the championship. St. Francis got their second in a row, but you know, again, great story for Gilman getting there.
Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. And we've been working on getting them come in. So we still working on it. We diligently working on it. We'll see what happens over the next week or two. Hopefully, we'll be able to make that happen for real.
Oh yeah. And especially because the coach of the football team, he's the AD of the school too. So you know, that'd be great. Apparently they have a really good aquatic program. So
Nice. Hey, well, a little shout out. Well, I'm here a little new to the hometown hero, but I think I have one too.
Oh, okay. Hey, stepping up.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
So hey, my former high school, Milford Mill High School in Baltimore County.
Okay.
Will actually be in the game right before the states this Saturday at 1 o'clock against Long Reach. So big shout out to them. I'm alumni there. I played ball from 2008 to 2012, and we couldn't get the job done, but I'm glad they're able to. So big shout outs to them. Coach Reggie right up there doing an excellent job with the program.
As long as I've known you, you never mentioned that to me. What position did you play?
So I played wide receiver. That was
Get out of here, man! Are you serious?
Yes. I love football. That's my thing. There, that's my favorite sport, hands down.
What? I did not know that. The dilly.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
All right. That's what's up. Wow, man. We're about to talk more about that.
Yeah, definitely.
So you still follow up with
I'll be honest, no. I just recently, believe it or not, maybe a week ago, got back on the Facebook. I uploaded my old account, so I had to delete all my old pictures. I didn't have a little bit of face layer that I got now. I was basically bald faced, so I had to, update my pictures a little bit. And I've been scrolling the web a little bit, and I've come across multiple Milford Mill, Millers, talking about the game and how they won recaps, box scores, things of that nature. So I've been kind of keeping an eye on that. And just recently, when I was scrolling a couple of days ago, I understand that they beat, I cannot recall the team they played on Saturday, but they beat them pretty handily, 33-14. So this is definitely the game before the big one, which will be in Annapolis, I believe, December the 3rd or somewhere in that weekend. Okay. So definitely keep that in mind, too. But I'll definitely be looking forward to with these guys. I'll be definitely attending the game myself.
Awesome.
Yo, shout out to Milford, man.
Yes,
that's definitely what's up. That's definitely what's up. All right, well, let's keep it moving. Another one of our favorite segments. We do what we call a WTF moment of the week. So it's like, that means self-explanatory. It's things that go down that just makes you say, what the fuck, man? And this week's WTF is kind of like a WTF all the way around. Really. I mean, so it's with the Buffalo Bills, you guys. And it starts with the benching of Tyrod Taylor.
That I never even understood from the beginning.
Right. That's
if
the
I'm not
first
mistaken,
WTF.
the Bills haven't been to the playoffs since me and you were born put together, I guess it's safe to say. And now they're finally in the thick of the wild card. They have a legit shot this year, as many of the teams in the AFC do, with the weak AFC that we have. But, I mean, to be at 5-4.
Yeah. Yep.
And understood they took a beating against the Saints the week before.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the Ravens have taken beatings too, and we're not putting in Ryan Mallett. We all know the deal there. So not saying, Tyrod, of course, doesn't have the Super Bowl ring and everything like that. But
The contract.
5-4 is 5-4.
Yeah.
As a Ravens fan, we would have took that a week ago ourselves, so it's not a problem. They're right in the thick of the hunt, and you remove the guy. It's kind of just, it doesn't really sit well. And then, I mean, the results. I mean, they speak for themselves. 5 interceptions in the first half. I mean, this guy just can't play. He just can't play.
There you go.
Yeah. If you go back to the pre-NFL show that we did, looking at the season, I remember reading and said that it seemed like the coaching staff that was being set up there in the Bills, they were being set up to move on from Tyrod. And I'm kind of surprised it took him to week 11 to do it. But Tyrod had 3 interceptions all season. And this dude got 4 or 5 in the first half. And now they're reevaluating the position again. So I think we'll see Tyrod in next week. They're going against the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
I would hope so. He gives them their best chance to win on Sundays. That's without question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we basically said the WTF, the part 2 of this whole situation. So they bench Tyrod. They bring on this guy, Nathan Peterman, who has never played in an NFL football game.
Unbelievable.
And,
well, didn't he come in last week?
Huh?
Didn't he come in towards the end of last week, like the fourth quarter?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. They were saying this was his first game.
I think first starting.
First start. Okay,
Yeah,
first start. First
Yeah.
start. And,
Or the last 2.
And the Bills, who did they play again?
The Chargers.
The Chargers, right. I mean, Phillip Rivers, he's kind of a veteran quarterback. But, this gentleman, he doesn't have, much experience. And, it's another thing, like Kev just said, Tyrod basically got you to this point, okay? And then also, too, what isn't there something to be said about you disrupting the chemistry of the offense and the flow of the offense? And it was so funny because I saw this video this morning of, I believe it was Shady McCoy, who predicted, in a roundabout way, that this dude was going to throw 5 interceptions. He's like, I mean, Tyrod's been our guy. I mean, this guy hasn't played, he hasn't really played a game. I mean, he said he might throw 5 picks. I don't know.
Damn.
Right. But he did also say, he started off the statement by saying, I mean, he could throw 5, touchdowns, or he could throw 5 picks. I don't know. But everybody's saying that, Shady McCoy's like Negro Damas or something. I don't know. But, so the guy throws 5 interceptions, which I'm pretty sure is like some type of record.
Close to it.
His first pass of the game was an interception. That's a WTF.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they threw 5 in the first half, and then they sit him down, and then what do? They bring Tyrod back in.
Almost kind of reminds you of the Browns situation a couple weeks ago when they benched their starting quarterback. I'm having a mind fog with this one. Couser.
Uh-huh.
I just don't understand.
There's actually been a lot of talk about the margin for error for black quarterbacks.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people have been saying that they don't just get the leeway that some of the other quarterbacks get. I can't help but think about like Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, how did we get so bad? All right, you guys. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're gonna talk about that Monday Night Football matchup. And like I said, we got Gregory Hines, D-backs coach for the Loyola Dons. And we have Donald Davis, head coach of the Calvert Hall Cardinals, coming through. So don't go anywhere. Let's do it outside.
Last time on Talk Lately.
He don't have Down syndrome. His
man
features
killed
are-
after being shot in Charm City Circulator. That's Derek. It says a 26-year-old man was killed after being shot on the Charm Circulator bus Wednesday afternoon. Police. Oh, that was last Wednesday. Okay, good. It wasn't Derek. He did that. His shooting was on Saturday. Police found the victim who had been shot in the stomach at 2:50 p.m. at the bus on the 200 block of South Broadway and Gulf Street.
He was on
It is
that
over
bus.
east.
Yeah, it's the one that's coming from John Hopkins.
Police believe the suspect and victim argued, then got onto the bus. The bus was still stopped when the shooting
1
occurred.
minute.
The suspect wearing a black hoodie, black pants, black shoes, white soles. Matt. I know that was that mastermind down there. Okay, somebody go look for mastermind. Hello?
At that point, it's time to go for a break.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only
Check out
on
this
the
snippet from the
Exposed
new
Radio.
season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
Great. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part. But I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be. You're live on the air. I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I know
I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have live Mr. Michael Ryder. There we go. And Mr. Steve Yarn. They're doing a partnership based on, what was it again? The stories of the Vulcan Blazers. An awesome production that they have coming up. And now the name of it will be called
Baltimore Heat.
There we go. They were telling us a little bit about, they're in the pre-production phase of developing this Baltimore-based production. It seems like a really awesome idea. I always love for more artistic events to come here, and because it's more of an event because you guys are going to actually use Baltimore as your complete backdrop of the city, and that's very awesome to hear.
Yeah, we want people to fall in love with this project through the visions and the tales we're going to tell about these firefighters, but also we want them to fall in love with the city of Baltimore. Just like they did with Miami Vice and Chicago Fire and NYPD Blue and
Sex in the City,
and all these other places that have the city as a star as much as the artists and the actors are.
And
that's
Baltimore
what I go with.
has for many years have been the backdrops of many movies. I could think of a few Whoopi Goldberg movies, Sleepless in Seattle. A lot of these movies that have always used Baltimore as a scene. Not to mention The Wire and Homicide and countless other movies, House of Cards. All these movies and television shows have always used it, but it was never really about Baltimore.
they always included Baltimore in the story, or the backdrops, or certain historical scenery,
things they absolutely needed to say.
But it never
House of Cards actually shoots in Baltimore. But they're saying that it's Washington D.C.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're shooting here and not even giving us credit for the plates over here.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on Be Exposed Radio.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello? There we go. There we are.
Check 1, 2.
I'm full of technical difficulties.
Right.
Yesterday, the extra, man, there's like no audio again. I recorded
What's up
that.
with that?
I don't know. It took me like 3 more recordings to finally get it right. I kept on checking and like no audio again and again and again. Finally, it worked. Technology.
Yeah, fucking technology.
Thank you for joining us each and every Monday, Just a Bit Outside Radio on BeExposedRadio.com. Happy Thanksgiving. You're watching us on Facebook. You're watching us on YouTube. You can listen to us on the TuneIn Radio app and the Radio Loyalty app. It doesn't have to be live. It can be on demand throughout the week. Listen to us on a Thursday. Hey, this Thanksgiving when you're just, waiting for that turkey to cook. Go just a bit outside.
Hell yeah. Share the link, yo. Share the show, yo.
Share the link, share the love.
Right. So when we left off, we were basically going through our WTF, which was basically like a cluster of WTFs out there in Buffalo. And, I guess the final thought that was like, Tyrod will most likely be starting again. Hopefully the Bills will get their heads out of their ass and stick with the guy who got them to where they are. I mean, this move was really kind of like an idiot move because you know what? You lost the game. You let that snake in the door, those dirty Ravens. We on the hunt for that last playoff spot. Absolutely. And that's the spot that the Buffalo Bills have. You could have won that game with Tyrod.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think Tyrod, when he got in, they gave you like 2 TDs. Something like that. Yeah. I mean, they was late.
Definitely moved the ball better at that point.
Exactly, because that's what they were used to.
Which, there's been like some people saying, oh, the offensive players, they didn't like that Tyrod was benched, so they didn't produce on purpose. I don't believe that kind of stuff, but people talk.
Yeah, and it kind of goes to questions, how much does, the team and the players really, how much of a voice do they really have, because, if you're going to make a change like that mid-season in the middle of a playoff run, I'm going to talk to the top guys on the team, the Sean McCoys, and the guys who've really been there for a while, Is this a change that the offense needs, or do you think we can get it right with Taylor? And obviously that question wasn't brought up with the players. And,
they got a rookie coach out there, McDermott. I feel like every time I give somebody their props, they just go and act like idiots the very next week. I was just talking about what a great job he was doing, and I'm certainly not in there for all of the talks and whatnot. I don't know who ultimately made the decision, but whoever did, it just seemed like a knee-jerk decision. And Tyrod, I got your back, bro. You get back out there and do your thing, man.
That's another thing, because the coach on after the game Sunday, he said Tyrod's our man. Last Monday, he said Tyrod's our starter, and then suddenly Tuesday morning they had switched. Yeah. So you got to think that maybe the GM or the ownership had come down.
Holy crap, we going already? All right. So when we come back, you guys, we got Gregory Hines.
Hi.
Gregory Hines, who's D-backs coach for Loyola Dons, coming through the Talk Turkey Bowl with us. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality
yes.
of the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that is necessary to have healthy lives. And a lot of the organizations that are geared towards young people don't have individuals that are going to be as honest as this gentleman.
One of the issues that I have with this quote unquote Christian nation that we live in is
it's
that
not just the Christians,
religion allows you to live in denial, but the world does not live in denial. So who are you helping with your? All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm about to do something.
The reason I shrink that or take that away because it's people who are not religious. It's people who they're not giving their young people, or they don't have a person that could be that honest with them. I mean, we all have that. I know I had a mother like that.
There are
rather than
and it's just and it's been recently because I've recently had more interaction with teen mothers than I have in my whole life. I wasn't my mother wasn't a teen mother. Her mother was. She made sure none of her daughters were. So it was, in as I get older and working in certain areas, you tend to run into that. And one of the things that blows my mind is how often a teen mom does not talk to their child at all, period, much less their daughter that they had at 15 to say, these are the realities of sex. These are the realities of the choices that you can or cannot make. These are the realities. Like, how do you not, after going through it yourself, knowing the stress, the looks, how do you then turn and look at someone else and say, all right, good luck? I mean, this is your offspring. I'm sorry. I just get very emotional about that. It bothers me that there are a great deal of people.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles and Mr. Miles the Writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show. Our topic tonight is Spirit of Thanksgiving. And I have in the studio with me my husband.
Welcome back, Outsiders. As you can see, we have another body in the studio. And he's sporting that beautiful blue.
That's right.
Favorite color blue.
That's right.
Look, make sure they can see, make sure they can see. We have the defensive backs coach. Hey, all right, hold up. Before look, I'm like all over the place. All right, so we have the defensive backs coach from Loyola Dons, Coach Gregory A. Hines Jr. in the building. Y'all give it up. Say what's up to my dude.
Welcome, man.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
And our engineer back there, Nate, he went to Loyola, so he's an alum. Right. He's in the building, so he's like, I guess he's a little happy about that. But you guys, really quickly before we get into the interview, I want to do this Monday Night Football thing because we do have a game that's about to go down in like less than an hour. We have the Seattle Seahawks on the road going to the, what is it called, the Georgia Dome? Is it the Georgia Dome?
No,
the Atlanta Dome? Mercedes, it's like the
Mercedes-Benz
Mercedes-Benz jump. Right. I saw, that thing is nice. I saw that a couple of weeks ago. Like
they have that Halo video board up in the center.
Yeah, I think they got like, they won up Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
For real. Yeah. So, they down there in the dirty with Atlanta. And Seattle, they're kind of in a tough spot right now. They have, 2 key injuries over the past week. I mean, we all knew about Richard Sherman. And what was it, the ACL?
Another ACL.
Yeah, so we all knew about that. That happened during the game. But this recent development over the past couple of days.
Yeah, last 3 to 4 days.
Cam Chancellor done for the season. And what injury was that? I don't even. We have to look that up. Sorry, but basically, the Legion of Boom is the Legion of bed rest. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like this is Seattle's heart and soul of the defense. I mean, you guys. I mean, how big of a void are these guys leaving on Seattle?
I think it's a pretty big void. Their signature is their defense. They shut people down, and when you're vulnerable on the corners, especially when you're going into a game with a high flyer like Matt Ryan, you're pretty vulnerable for that pass and that deep secondary.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, Matt Ryan, he's got really good weapons. Julio Jones. What's that one dude's name? Canu.
Oh, yeah.
Mohamed Sanu.
Mohamed Sanu,
yeah.
So,
absolutely.
I mean, you're missing your defensive backfield key producers. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Seattle.
Yeah, it's definitely tough on Seattle. They always find a point in the season when they got to rely on Russell Wilson. It's just all on his own. It's just year in and year out. And I mean, the 2 losses of Sherman and also, the big time safety. I mean, those type of guys, they're outspoken leaders on the football team. Those guys you're big in the locker room, but it's different when the leaders of your defense aren't in pads with you. It doesn't hold as much weight. You're expecting certain guys to be in certain areas on the field, and they're not when you turn around. So it's going to be a major adjustment for them, and hopefully they can get it together before tonight. Even though I don't think it's probably going to happen tonight.
I mean, quiet as it's kept, Russell Wilson is having a good season, though. An excellent season, and I feel like the Seattle Seahawks kind of have that San Antonio Spurs flavor. Like they just simmer and bubble in the background the whole entire season.
Never can count them out.
We've been wasting our time talking about the Eagles and the Saints all fucking season, and these guys are just waiting, licking their chops for the postseason.
They always have a chance. They linger around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Find a way to win.
So let's do a quick round robin with predictions for Monday Night Football. We'll start with you, Coach. What you got?
I got Atlanta. It's going to be a tight one, 21-17.
Okay. What you got?
I think Atlanta's quality of opponents has actually been less than Seattle's this season so far, and I mean they've looked rocky. So I'm actually going to go Seahawks. I think it'll be close also though. 2017.
2017. All right, another close game. What you think, Kev?
Yeah, well, tonight I'm also going with Atlanta. I think they got the Seahawks at the right time. Those big losses on defense just won't be able to outstand that. And I mean, Atlanta's pass rush has been improving over the last couple of weeks. So I think they're hitting their stride at this point of the season, getting healthy. And I think Matt Ryan's starting to get back in his groove.
Yeah.
All right, I too cannot go against the Dirty Bird. I mean, hey, you're at home. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I mean, the heart and soul of your defense is not there. I can't see this is the time for Matt Ryan to step up and have a nice good game and kind of build some momentum for these last 5-6 games. Because Atlanta has had kind of a weird season, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Weird. They always do, known for it.
Yeah, true.
But but a couple of their losses to me were a little baffling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can look. This is a game like we just said. Seattle's been simmering in the background, but they are that opponent that a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, in the NFL, in the NFC, are watching for the postseason. You get a nice, solid win off of these guys, build some momentum. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something to keep up with these Eagles and these Saints. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they rolling. I can't believe. I still can't believe the Saints. Just when I thought the fucking Saints were going to lose last week, yesterday. Oh man.
That's the surprise of the season for me so far.
I think so.
The Saints.
Yeah.
Definitely a surprise. I thought, the season was pretty much over when, with the whole Adrian Peterson situation, I didn't know how, the team would progress after that. But, I mean, the defense is playing pretty good. Marshawn Lattimore, that new corner, they took with me about the 9th pick in the draft is really, really turning out good for them.
Turned out to be that diamond in the rough they were looking for.
Definitely. That's what they needed. They've always needed a shutdown corner. Yep. And he's turning into that.
That's what's up. All right, well, look, man, we got a guest up in here. So let's get to this interview. All right. Coach, tell us how you became affiliated with the Loyola Dons.
Well, really, I've been following Loyola and Calvert Hall. I mean, I've known about the rivalry and the whole nine for a while. And actually, my son goes there. So my son became a member of the Loyola Dons.
Fantastic.
Applied to be a member of the coaching staff, and they welcomed me in. So it's been pretty exciting so far, learning some of the new things that go on campus.
So is this your first season coaching?
This is my first season as a Loyola Dons coach.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put you on this. I'm gonna slightly put you on the spot. What is the one thing that you have learned? Tell me one of the things that you have learned so far in your rookie season as a coach for the Loyola Dons.
I've learned a lot of the tradition of Loyola. It's very rich in tradition, and they take pride in the traditions that they have. And one of them is winning, and we're starting to bring that back to the program. But they really focused on the education, which I'm a big education person, and I'm learning a lot of the deep traditions that I didn't know about. So it kind of putting those things together, it's starting to make sense to me now.
Okay. So, a couple of, what was it been, like a month and a half since Anthony's been here?
About a month.
Yeah, it's been about a month. We had Anthony on the show, and he did a great job. What's it like being on the field with Anthony? I mean, when he was here, he's so reserved. Like, I want to say, out of all of, the football personality, Mark, you can chime in on this.
Yeah.
Out of all of the football personalities and, sports industry personalities that we've had here, he was the most, reserved, not necessarily soft-spoken, but he was just so chill. Yeah, I just can't imagine him digging in some kid's behind.
Oh, well, he's definitely not a soft guy. That's a big dude. But, he's just a laid-back kind of guy. That's just his personality, and I think that's kind of why the coaching staff is starting to mesh the way they are, because he is laid back and he's revering to the experience of the coaching staff. So he takes that in the heart. It's like, you guys have been out here doing the thing for a lot longer than I have. So he takes good advice from the coaches, and starting to pay off for us.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And you're enjoying it. I mean,
I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what's it like coaching your son?
It's not that bad. I mean, I've done that
harder
before, but
on him than all the
of course
others?
I'm harder on him.
Oh.
And unfortunately, that's. I mean, you're the coach's son, so you're gonna get a little bit more.
What's your son's name?
My son's name is Marcus. Marcus Hines.
Marcus, hang in there, baby. Okay, I know how.
I'm praying for you, bro.
Hang in there, hang in there, baby.
Oh.
You'll see the light at the end of that tunnel.
He's
position
used to
does
it.
Marcus
Marcus is the quarterback, so he's
Oh.
starting quarterback
With
of the
the
middle
position,
school
all right.
already. So, so he's got to have big shoulders. So
Okay.
it goes with the territory.
So how has your guys' season been so far?
It's actually been a very positive season. We didn't start out the way we expected, but that comes with having a young squad. So, but we have made the proper strides, I must say. Because they're starting to get it, and you can see the progression of our kids learning the game of football.
Awesome.
So I'm actually happy at where we are because we have a very young team. I mean, in terms of playing experience, we don't have a lot of playing experience. So we got a lot of guys, this is their first time or, didn't play a lot last year, that kind of thing. So I think we're doing well.
Fantastic. So let's talk about the big event of the week. I mean, if you have grown up in Baltimore, I mean, and I'm going to say like the surrounding counties as well. I mean, this thing is like damn near like a statewide type of deal. No, like honestly, that's why you guys get the venues that you get. You have to know something. You've at least heard once, Turkey Bowl. You might not have known what the hell was going on, but you've at least heard of the Turkey Bowl, which is the huge game. I mean, and this thing starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, you got to get up and get drinks up in you early to get out there. I mean, I went to Mercy High School, so, this has always been, like a Thanksgiving type thing. I think I did that thing one time, and it was cold as I don't even.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Inappropriately cold. And I think I was over it after one. I think I just went to one just to be able to say that I went. But this is a big deal in the city of Baltimore. And earlier I heard you. One of the key words that you said was tradition. Tradition. With Loyola. Can you give us an idea? I mean, I know it's probably crazy. It's been crazy like the past couple of days.
I'm pretty
sure y'all started off.
This whole week, yeah.
Right,
and actually started last week. They do a whole week before.
So give our listeners and our viewers an idea of some of the traditions that go down Turkey Bowl week with Loyola Dons.
We do kind of things that most high schools will do, where they have a theme week where you're coming in with mismatch or opposites, and they're doing. But they have this weird game that they play. It's called Frazzle Ham. Now,
Frazzle Ham.
It's something new to me. I'm still trying to find out all of the details of it, but they play. The kids have this game that they've concocted, if you will, that combines rugby with soccer, with basketball, with football. So I'm still learning it myself.
Yeah. So they sounds pretty that sounds pretty physical.
I'm still learning a little bit of it myself, but it's apparently it's pretty big with the student body there.
That's what's up. And the guys, they probably like on 11. They just hyped up all week.
Oh yeah, they had homecoming this past weekend for 2 days. So they split the classes up. They have the juniors and seniors, and they had a freshman and sophomore. And, they do a lot of things to keep it fun for them. So trying to take away the tension, because it's still in the back of your mind. We still got a game to play on Thursday, but right. Give them a chance to have some fun, let off some steam, that kind of stuff. I've been practicing pretty hard for a while.
That's awesome. Is there anything that you yourself you said, okay, like I want to focus on this week in preparation for the game?
Making sure we don't try to do too much. Okay. We've been practicing for a long time, and the tendency with a lot of like you were talking about Milford earlier. I mean, I know Reggie very well. Okay. Good. You can try to over practice or over think about the game, and it basically you got to go back to the basics.
Yep.
You're making sure your fundamentals are there. You know what you have to do, and you know the plays that need to be made. You just have to make them now. You have to be relaxed, that kind of stuff. So, trying to focus on making sure everybody's aware of what's going on. Just know your assignment. Let's go out and execute.
Still got to play the game.
Still got to play the game.
So you guys are out at Towson University.
Correct.
This week, this year. Why did they? Because they were at Raven Stadium.
At M&T.
Right. What happened with the change of venue?
I'm guessing. I don't know the specifics.
Yeah, no.
I believe that there is a game scheduled, so they want to make sure, because now the Ravens changed from the turf to the natural grass.
Right, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, I know that they have, because I just went to an event there, and you couldn't even, like, you would go to jail.
Right.
Real talk. No, I'm not lying, dog. Like, you go to jail if you touch this grass or something like that. That's what they were saying. Like a hella fine. Like, it was like straight up illegal to touch this grass. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that might have had something to do with it.
I'm thinking they're trying to cut down on the use, because it's very close to when they actually have to play. So
Right.
Yeah, what I had read was with the change over to the natural grass, they changed their rule for other events to within 10 days of a home game.
Correct, something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. I believe this might be the first year that you guys are able to stream the game live.
Correct.
On the internet. So can you give us, some of our listeners and our viewers, the information on how to do that? Because I mean, this is awesome. Like, this gives everybody the ability nationally and as well as internationally. You could be like, serving overseas somewhere, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Like an alum, and be able to watch this game live. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I know I was visiting relatives and I wanted to watch the game, so we didn't have a chance because, again, the local stations don't carry it. But this gives everybody a chance, no matter where you are. You can log on to the school's website, loyolablakefield.org, and you can go into the live streaming section. So they've given them the ability to stream all the games this year, especially if you're on the website, on the school's website.
Is Loyola like one of the only schools to do that? Like,
we're one of the first to get it going. So you gotta.
I know
that's weird to me.
I know the players must really enjoy that much.
It is. It's actually good for the parents, because if you got parents that can't get off work on time, or if they're working different schedules, then they get a chance to actually take a break at work. You can watch the game.
Absolutely.
I believe locally the ABC.
ABC does. They do carry it every day before the Macy's Day Parade.
Is the live stream going to be that broadcast, or do you have your own announcers?
Yeah, no, they actually have the students announcing the game and doing their own tape, stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Real, dilly. I agree with that one. Yes, I love it. And I mean, it gives the students, if you're, because I've heard with the high schools, like media journalism or sports journalism is like, new. Like when I went back to my high school, they're like, look, you got to come back for career day. We have like these, these young girls who want to do what you do. They want to start a podcast. They want to do sports journalism. Like, come and talk about how you get started, and I'm like, fuck, I don't even really know like how to address that, but you know what I mean. I think that's awesome. It gives them an opportunity
to do that on that platform.
Yeah,
correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
So that is just really forward thinking. I love that. I love it.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea, and I hope it pays off big dividends for those players, man, and everybody else involved.
Well, I mean, a lot of times when you're trying to get a job, they always want experience first. Well, you're giving them that experience from it.
Definitely.
Are you nervous?
A little bit. I mean, I don't say nervous. I'm a little anxious. Want to get after it, but
right.
Just want to play the game, man. Just want to play the game.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
Now, you came in here sporting the colors, and I can't help but I think it was Donald Davis when he was here.
Yep.
Said he was just in the grocery store, and someone come up to him and said, "Are you a coach for Calvert Hall?" And he said, "Yeah, we're gonna beat you." Have you had any
serious?
Have you had any of those?
I get it all the time. I get it all the time.
Has it picked up this week?
Oh, just a tad, a couple people. Oh yeah, we're gonna get you. We'll see.
Just want to stay away from the Target Towson maybe this week. We're in that.
Probably.
Yeah,
that area.
That'd be a damn good idea. Stay away from that Target. It's like literally in the backyard of Calvert Hall.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate, how much time we got left? Nate's just like, I don't even know. All right, well, I guess we're going to keep going until the music goes. All right, well, okay, so what we like to do at Just a Bit Outside, we have this thing called our Fab. Oh, well, I'll be there. Okay. Hey, you guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to do the Fame 5 with Coach, and we're also going to talk a little bit more football. So don't go anywhere. Just a Bit Outside.
What it is, radio show.
Wait, all right, listen. All right, say situation. Cause I keep telling y'all, it's different situations in the child support thing. You can't just pinpoint one thing. You can't just say, "Oh, here did be. That's why you're on child support. Oh, he this. That's why you're on child support. Oh, she this. That's why she on child support." No, sometimes it could just go off of. Oh, I just called him and asked him, can he pay for the pictures? He ain't want to pay for the pictures. I'm taking his ass downtown. Yup.
Well, you got to know. Know who you dating.
Hold up.
You just like
I just called her. I just called her and asked could she just get Junior some shoes. She couldn't even get him no church shoes. I'm taking her ass downtown. Now, when you go downtown, you go down there, you get $500. Right. Now you mad because you getting $500, and now you really ain't getting no shoes for Junior or Lord CC because you getting $500 now. Right.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, if you're a good father or a good mother, and you paying child support, right? You still gonna go ahead and do all that because
hold up.
It's just what it is.
Hold on, and that's another situation.
Right.
But you know what that creates? Now when we at the party. Mommy and Daddy ain't even down there speaking to each other. Cause Daddy done paid for the party and he done came out of pocket this month with $600.
Right, that's your child.
Be mad.
Listen. He shouldn't be mad, but he also has another child with his wife.
That's on him.
Okay,
go ahead.
He got another child with his wife.
Okay.
Right.
And you're taking away from him. And they taking away from
Well, he should have kept it in his pants.
Exactly.
Should have kept it in his pants. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Stop complaining.
You on some whole, he on some whole other shit over here. He on some whole other shit. I'm gonna tell you.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Be Exposed Radio.
Definitely not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on, so you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix-me-uppers, people that come with issues. And for some reason, people, we all have issues, but people who want you to help them through their issues, So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody, as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own all of their issues, and we start to feel bad because things are not progressing the way that we want it to, and that's not fair to us. So we can't own somebody else's stuff. If somebody's not ready when you meet them, that's not your fault. That's theirs. It's their loss. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger, the host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Make sure you catch me and my crew every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Exposed Radio.
Definitely not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on, so you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix-me-uppers, people that come with issues. And for some reason, people, we all have issues, but people who want you to help them through their issues, So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody, as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own all of their issues, and we start to feel bad because things are not progressing the way that we want it to, you know, and that's not fair to us. So we can't own somebody else's stuff. If somebody's not ready when you meet them, that's not your fault. That's theirs. It's their loss. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger, the host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Make sure you catch me and my crew every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Let's go to the telephone. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing, Wendy?
Fine, thanks.
I have a problem. Hope you can, help me solve it. Give me an idea of something.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm 25 years old, and I'm a second grade teacher. And I've been engaged to my girl. Well, we've been together for about 2.5 years, and now we're engaged. Everything is going good with us. Back in October, I got a new student, and the child is being raised. He's a single, being raised by a single parent. So the father, came up to the school to meet me. They knew in the area, so we started hanging out. Just watching games. Going to bars. Just chilling or whatever.
Got you.
Okay.
With your student's father.
Yes.
Okay.
It was just nothing. He's new in the area. You just want to know some spots to go out or whatnot. So,
gotcha.
Okay. One night we were sitting, watching TV, had a couple drinks, and as you would say, we just talking.
Get ready on the button.
Okay. As you would say, make a long story short, he came over to me, unzipped my pants, and gave me a professional.
Okay. And had you ever had a homosexual experience up until this point?
No, I had not.
Had you ever thought about it?
I never even thought about it, Wendy. And the thing is...
But it was good, though, right? Because they say only a man knows how to please another man.
I mean, it was okay.
Oh.
It was okay.
Okay.
So, we continue to mess around or whatever. Been going on for, like I said, since about October. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, this is not right. I need to be...
Okay, I need you to hold on for just one moment while I do my break, but I need to come back on the phone with you.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. What was that? Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so... God, I am so... So, is he gay?
I guess so.
What I mean is, was he gay prior to this? Is he a professional gay man?
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Okay. So now you have a lot of different issues going on within one telephone call.
Yeah, but this is the main issue.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, like I said, it's been a few months, and I told him, I was like, we need to cut this out because I'm engaged. It's not right. We need to really cease our dealings. And he didn't want to. He doesn't want to. And he's at the point where he's like, he'll call my fiance. He'll go to the district. He'll do, all types of stuff. He comes to my class all the time. I mean, of course, I can't stop him from doing that. He's just always just constantly in my face. And I don't know what to do. Right now, I'm currently seeking employment, in some other places because I don't want my name to be ruined,
Right.
So how should I handle this?
Okay. First of all, how does he know your fiance's number to call her?
He has the number. We live together.
Oh,
so,
God.
He has my cell, he has my house number.
Now, do you own your house or do you rent?
I rent.
It's time to look for a new place to live.
Welcome back. Just a bit outside. The Coach Hines here. Let's talk some turkey bowl.
Yo, you love doing it. That's like your fifth time doing it.
Hey, it's Thanksgiving week. Let's just,
Right.
you know.
Keep that energy up for sure.
Real quick, I mean, we were talking NFL before, but I mean, it's sports shows, so we got some NBA action going on right now. Clippers and Knicks are tied up at 15. Timberwolves and Hornets, that's 50-48. Hornets up on top. Cavaliers 61, Pistons 41. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
Right?
That's about time.
Pacers 46, Magic 44, and then the Jazz and 76ers. 76ers are up 39-32. That's what's going on in the NBA right now.
Wait, who are the 76ers playing? The Jazz? Gosh, is Rudy Gobert back?
No,
I feel like
don't
he's
think so.
not. Oh, Joel Embiid is going to have a field day with them today. All right, we'll talk more about them later on. Yeah. All right, so we're going to keep the interview going. When we left off, I was just about to say we have this thing that we do here called the Just a Bit Outside Fave 5, where we give our guests a topic, and our guests give us their favorite 5 on the topic.
Okay.
And, you know, we're going to get back to music because we haven't done that. I feel like we haven't done that in a while, and we love music here. And, yo, Big Crit, that joint is bumping.
I have not heard
Oh,
it yet.
my goodness.
I have not heard
Please.
it
Yo, Big Crit.
I saw your post. I haven't.
Yes,
I haven't listened
man,
yet.
that joint bump. But I'm sorry, Coach.
Trying to steal his thunder.
Yes, please give us your. Oh, we got more guests in the building. Yeah. All right, give us your fave 5 musical artists. Like, what 5 artists do you have in rotation right now?
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I keep Biggie on rotation.
Okay.
Gotta keep Biggie on
All right.
rotation. And believe it or not, I was actually listening to Brian McKnight today in the office. Gotta keep him in there. And I'm a big jazz head, so put the Yellow Jackets in there and some Layla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. I know I'm a little weird, you know.
Okay, so you said the Yellow Jackets, Layla. You gave us some Brian McKnight. You gave us some Biggie.
And to top it all off,
All right.
you're not gonna see this one coming. Brand new heavies. Taking it way back.
Okay.
Taking it
wow.
way back.
Okay, so
Taking it way
so
back.
you like your R&B, you like your jazz.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
I got a feel of what you like.
On the smoother side. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about Robert Glasper?
Got into him.
Okay.
Get into the second album.
Okay, all right, yeah. Give him a chance. Keep it going with that.
yeah.
And let me give you another one. Roy Hargrove.
Oh, I've heard a lot of.
Oh man, I love his stuff.
Brian Culberson.
Yeah.
Big. That's it.
That's
my
what's up.
kids get on me a lot of time because of watercolors. Daddy, listen to watercolors again. But I get everything when I listen to my watercolors.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one, man.
Definitely.
That's what's up. Yeah, I like that.
I guess
and
when
that was
you're
definitely different.
I guess when you're a defensive coach, you got to listen to that mellow shit sometimes.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you got to de-stress. You got to take it down.
Yeah, you gotta have the balance, right?
Take it down.
I can dig it. So speaking of defense, how about them chickens? How about them Ravens, y'all? We blanked them again. We blanked somebody again.
Third
this
time
year.
on the road.
On the road.
Every single one has been on the road.
That's got to be some kind of record.
It's been 11 years since they've been shut out. From the last time the Packers were shut out, 11
Yeah, I
years
think that
to
was
the
at
day.
home that time too, right?
At home, 11
The
years
last time
to the day.
at Lambeau.
Yep,
was
11 years to the day.
How about that?
The same defensive coordinator also.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that, Howard?
Yeah, one of our guest hosts, he's a huge Green Bay Packer fan, and
did you see his post yesterday morning?
yeah, I mean, he started off really bold.
Oh yeah.
You know, like 12:30, 12:45. He was like, "Yeah, we're still going to win." Raven hater out, and then as the game progressed, it was like that Homer Simpson gif. Yo started backing up like. Yo backed away from Facebook. I haven't heard from him since though. Still, Howard, where you at, bro? You watching?
We love you, Howard.
It's a funny thing. Week to week, we lose a game in Baltimore, and we're ready to get rid of the offensive coordinator. We're ready to get rid of Dean Pease. He was supposed to be going the year we won the Super Bowl. He was supposed to get fired, right?
Yeah.
And here he is again. Dealing with the
going off.
pieces he's been dealt. And big shout outs to Jimmy. Big shout outs to the secondary all around. I mean, the safety's been struggling a little bit with Eric Weddle and Jefferson. They got two playmaker safeties. Neither one of those guys play the pass very well, but they're playing to run and making plays. And they're just being all over the football field. But big shout out to Jimmy Smith, just playing lights out. If I'm not mistaken, according to Pro Football Focus, he's like rated #1 cornerback in the league. I mean, his percentage against him when thrown is like 27.9. The next guy is Jalen Ramsey, who was in his second year, I believe. And that's very impressive. I've been saying Jimmy Smith has been a #1, top 5 corner, for a very long time. And when he's healthy, the numbers just back it up. Yeah. He had that lisfrantic foot injury that's been dealing with for the last 2 years. It's just not an easy, thing to get over. But this year he's healthy and he's playing at the top of his game. Big shout outs to the defense, man.
You showing off, ain't you? He all up in here. I mean, I believe he is the first. Hey, my man. That's what's up. That's what's up. No, good shit. Good shit. Yeah, all good stuff. Man, I'm so glad I got you on today, man. You have to come back, brother.
Definitely will. I love sports, man. I'm a football junkie, man. That's all. I just love the game, man.
So, Coach, what impressed you the most? You being a D-backs coach and everything, and with the Ravens shining yesterday, what was most impressive to you with the Ravens?
I think it was more the team defense, because it wasn't one person that was like, I'm a shine and everybody else is just going to be in my glow. But they rallied to the football. They actually played together. They fed off each other's energy and kind of kept the momentum going.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. What about you, Mark? What impressed you the most? Is there? Can anybody at this table say something about the offense?
I'll throw something out there.
All right,
we talked about it a little bit earlier.
I was going to say, it might be hard, but come on, try.
That Mike Wallace, one hand over the shoulder, TV reception. That was just beautiful.
Big time. Yeah.
We needed it. We needed it.
And then he did the Lambeau leap afterwards.
Yeah.
Did you see that one Green Bay fan pushed them off? Like, yo, don't do that. Don't disrespect us. But yeah, that was awesome. I think that was one of the better catches of the year. And let's talk about the person that was on the other end of that catch. The person that actually threw the ball.
Mr. Flacco himself.
Mr. Flacco.
I mean, he held together pretty well yesterday. I mean, we did play a team that is falling apart and playing a quarterback that really doesn't have any experience. True. But,
Yeah, for the most part, if we had to grade Flacco, I would probably give him a C. Okay. I mean, the offensive line was just all over him all game. And that's just been a thing we've been having issues with time in and time out. We already know what Flacco is. Flacco's a guy that you put the right pieces around him, he's going to deliver. That. You know that without question. But James Hurst at the left tackle spot, we seen the drop ball between him and Ronnie Stanley. It was tremendous. Clay Matthews, if he didn't get hurt, we may not even have been able to cross the 50-yard line.
Might not be talking the same sentence there.
When they put the guy Perry in, it was a bad day all around for James Hurst, but of course that's not his natural position. We hope Ronnie Stanley gets back very soon. But outside of that throw that he did to Woodhead, which I believe, he just did a simple two-step and just let it go.
Let it go and run under it. Yeah.
Other than that, he played a pretty poised game with what we had to work with. So
and like you said, that left side, it was the left tackle was out, Stanley, and the guy that they had in there was in his natural position. So you saw it crumble quite a bit, and Flacco was under pressure, but he held it together.
Yeah, definitely.
What about my dude Marty? How do y'all feel about the game plan? I've been very critical of our offense and our play calling over the past couple of weeks. I've said that they have been overly conservative and not the risk takers that I would like for them to be. Did we see any of that yesterday?
Well, I think I would say in the past, the offensive plan that they're trying to go with, the personnel is not matching. So, you can only be so much flamboyant with the offense if you don't have the players that's going to step up and make those plays. Like, Mike Wallace yesterday stepping up, making the plays that he's supposed to make, that we expected him to make.
Right on.
Now, once you get that kind of interaction where those playmakers are actually stepping up, then you can go ahead and let it fly.
Right.
But we don't seem to be having that consistency every week.
Yeah.
It's
What do you think, Mark?
No, I think you're spot on. It seems like a lot of people have been down on Wallace for, not having the numbers that he had in the past. But I think I was always getting so frustrated early in the season. Morningwig, he set up a play where Flacco throws like a 3-yard pass to Wallace. It's like, that's just not going to do it. I mean, you're going to get stuck on third down, and they have horrible third down rating. I'm not going to say they broke that mold and that they took chances per se, but they definitely let the ball fly.
Well, I'll be honest.
Go for it.
I'm trying to take it easy on Marty Morningwig, but I just feel like,
You must not have seen my show the past couple weeks, because I've been tearing his ass up. I'm serious.
My issue is this.
Yeah.
We're coming off a bye week. You have that extra week to prepare. Everybody knows the issues with the offense. Maybe everyone doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe we need to get a whole week to prepare. And I'm sorry. I mean, the Packers are just not known for defense. Their defense is middle of the road. If not, I believe their pass defense is ranked 22nd in the league. Who knows what their rushing defense is? But we just weren't able to dominate. This is not a game that you wake up. It's a funny thing with Flacco. You'll watch Flacco for the first. You watch him for the first 6 plays of a game, and you have an idea. You
tell what kind of game he's going to have.
Which is correct. That game was Oakland a couple weeks back. Within the first 4 plays of the game, you knew what type of offense was going to show up. This game, it was the same old vanilla. I mean, I did not want to get out from in front of the TV until we scored 20 points. I was not okay with 13-0, and I mean, I had to wait punt after punt after punt.
Sure.
And I mean, it just gets to a point. When is this going to change? I mean, John Harbaugh, he backs him every week. This is our guy. We're going for it. We have an identity. But I'm still not seeing it. I mean, look at our first round pick, a healthy scratch. That was big. Bashard Perriman, he deserved it. I mean, this guy, it's not looking good. I mean, 7 catches on the season.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
it? Is that what it is?
7 catches on the season. Yeah. 7 catches out of maybe 26 targets. I mean, he's just not getting the job done. And, we expect a lot of Flacco, but the guys around him have to be doing better.
Right.
Exactly. And Mike Wallace
you got to surround him with the tools.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's possibly Flacco recovering? He's not ready yet, so they're keeping it basic so he doesn't make those mistakes.
I'm sorry, but this is year 10, and
I'm talking about from the concussion.
Injury. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. This is how Flacco's been playing all his career. So maybe there's a concussion that he's had since he's been drafted. And he's my favorite player on the team.
But here's the problem that I have with this, though. Flacco came out and said he would like for the offense to be a little more colorful. He would like for the offense, which I find, very interesting because he's one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
And it, like I was telling Mark, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You want to take the chances, but you know the caliber. You know what you're dealing with. Can you take those chances? But, I mean, I'm a risk taker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to see. I mean, we already losing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
go down
saying?
swinging.
Right.
Go down
you know
swinging.
Exactly. So, I feel like I think I'm kind of on the same page as you. The offense didn't really
wow me.
Didn't
give me anything to look forward to for the next upcoming weeks. How are we going to get this done?
Well, even with the win, they kind of just did the same thing they've been doing because at the half it was only 6-0.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it in the last few weeks. It's a tale of two teams. The first half, they just can't do anything. Yep. And then the second half, offensively. And then the second half, they actually have some fire. Yep. And that's led to so many losses this season.
My father, he says it every week. He says, I want Joe Flacco and the offense to play like crap every first half. He says that. That's what he said. He's like, because he's like, if we have an awesome first half, I'm like, oh crap, I'm dreading the second half. I don't know who the hell's gonna come out of that tunnel, starting that third quarter, but.
Yeah, but when they're down 17 with 5 to go and suddenly they're getting 2 touchdowns and still lose, you don't want that.
Yeah, true that. Well, man, we out of time. Greg, thank you so much for coming, brother. It has been awesome.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully you will come back before the season ends. Chop it up with us. Good luck to you on Thursday with Will Hazard. Rolls on.
It's time for a flashback.
I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a single one, you know. But it's always something that you can
go ahead. Listen, can you recollect any signs that you might not get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the dirt. How they bust? Let me show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f*** is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick. But you crying? F*** out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
You just gonna shoot for the moon.
I wanna feel it. I wanna look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, 'cause that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Or
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like and tear it up, but just like a
little 1-2,
tell, a little, not voguing, but kind of the essence of it. Very posy and hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene in you.
I can dance.
Okay,
that's
not what I
was doing. I can
dance,
but I'm not, trying to give that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
okay. Little Banji soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Banji soul. Yeah. But just mark it so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. Like, pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Just a bit outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is. And then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Just a bit outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is. And then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
We back!
It's the Just a Bit Outside Thanksgiving Spectacular.
All right, cheers, y'all. Let's start.
I got an empty cup, but
we haven't toasted. Cheers. Holiday, gobble, gobble. So, as you guys can see, we done switched it up a little bit. We got my girl Tara. She is back for another holiday. No skeleton outfit this time. She's all dressed up, looking all jazzy and snazzy. She was just talking about her part and how her part has to be all visible.
It is not. It's on the outside. It's cool.
And as you guys can see, Tavon Mason
back. Hey, what's up?
Happy to have him back.
Yeah. Glad
Tavon,
to be back.
How's everything, man?
It's going. Been a busy few months.
Yeah.
Busy few months. Yeah.
Tell us, how is Stevenson doing?
We just finished off Sunday. This wasn't a strong season like last year. Coming off a championship run, we finished 6-5. We lost Sunday in a bowl game, but it's a young team. So a lot of growing to do. Yeah, a lot of growing to do.
So coming off like you said the last game, right?
Yep.
So do you guys get like a little break? Well, when I say you guys, I'm talking about like the coaching staff, not necessarily the students. I know they get a break.
Yeah. We get a break, and actually, now I've been contemplating. So this probably be my last season with Stevenson. I'm gonna try to shoot somewhere else. For a great season, got a championship out of it, but I think I would like to pursue something else to see if I can get something more long term. Know what I mean? So I've been coaching there for part time, which has been great. A lot of experience. To help with the resume, and also with coaching in college. So now it's time to branch out. Oh no, Durant went for another team. This is for me to enhance my career.
He joined the enemy.
Right. Well, his is going to be enhanced regardless whether it's been the money or the championship. He just so happened to get both at the same time. You know what I mean? So definitely get a break. You still got recruiting going on.
Yeah.
You still got the seasons closing out because you still got the playoffs starting, bowl games about to start, championships. I just saw one of my fellow Wahoos that I played at UVA. He's actually at JMU, so they got the #1 seed again for the playoffs. They won a national championship last year. So I just sent him a congratulations. So all that's
awesome.
Championship stuff about to get started, about to get rolling. So things gonna light up a little bit as far as the college football.
Okay. Okay, so you said you guys had like a fairly decent season. Were there any players that on the roster that really surprised you or had like a breakout season?
We have one senior named Preston. I do probably hear about his name. Senior wide receiver. Yes. He was strong last year, and this year just added more spice to what he do. Also another senior wide receiver, Devin Salisbury, did a good job as well. You know what I mean? Played through a tremendous shoulder injury that he had, and actually came back the following week, and just kept playing the rest of the season. So, like I said, just seeing those guys, from that first year when they started, it's probably my second year at Stevenson in 15, just to see how the growth, like I said, we still young. The team is still young on defense, so that's kind of like the good and the bad with college, because you're going to have your seniors leave, but then you're going to have the young kids that can start to grow, and then they can change that team back around.
So do you have any of your guys that's thinking about going to like combines or taking that next level?
I think Preston will.
Okay.
I think definitely think the Preston's going to be on the radar. Like I say, he was like spectacular. Great returner too. Wide receiver as well, so he has that speed. It would be good. The foundation was kind of laid before then with Austin, Tennessee, where he went in the Minnesota Vikings camp, but then he was released. But that was the first, and that's like in history for Stevenson, for somebody to come from a Division III to actually get a chance, in a mini camp. So it kind of like opened the doors, and so I think he's definitely gonna get a stab at it. Hopefully you know, he does go further.
Hey, Nate, are we going to commercial? Okay, all right, you guys, when we come back, we're going to have more with Tavon Mason. Don't go anywhere. We're also going to do who came through and who was booty huff for week 11. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
Not what's going to happen.
That's exactly.
Do y'all think that we're about to go to war with North Korea?
We're going to get tracked down, huh?
Do you think North Korea is going to bomb us? Is it going to be like a nuclear?
Probably.
No. Probably.
We lost all our allies.
Yep.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Now, is that because of Trump or is that something Obama
Because
did?
of Trump.
He purposely lost them. He said it too. He doesn't want to.
All the people that don't like us now, there are nice pictures of Obama meeting with them.
She said, also look at his past campaign. Most of his endorsements were from the Klan. Y'all about to assassinate me. My phone, my hair keeps getting tangled up in this thing. But I have read this plenty of different times that the Klan, oh my God, y'all about to yell at me so bad. But just tell me if I'm wrong or right. Did they or did they not endorse Obama also?
No, they did not.
Was that a rumor that I heard?
Yes, it was.
I swear in my life I have heard that the Klan has endorsed Obama. I'm dead serious, yo. Like, please
be careful leaving.
Can somebody Google that for me? I'm dead serious. Like, I read somewhere. I think it was like when he ran back in
you want to meet his parents?
2008.
These are his parents.
Says who?
Crystal Renee Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Black by Demand Radio Show.
2 years ago. If you broke that bike and it don't work, that's on you, brother. I suggest you get that toolkit out back and then start working with it, right? Yeah. So my son's looking at me like, wow. And I broke down to him how we had got fixing flat tires down to a science. You understand what I mean? Sticking the tube in the water. Right? Talk to me, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, critical thinking. And see, and we look at that now and like kids, they not as on hands like we were back in the day.
That's because nowadays you don't have to put the bikes together anymore. They can come assembled.
Yeah, everything's coming assembled.
In the store, they ask you like if you want it already assembled.
Right.
Back then, you just got the box with 1 million pieces.
Right, and today I don't think they could work with that.
It's just like the thought process. Nowadays, you get a bike that's already put together. Now, when you were younger, you actually had to put this bike together.
You got to put it together.
That basically closes your mind into learning how to do something.
Yes.
Now you're giving it something. So, okay, you take this. This is what it is.
Right.
So now we have to run with this instead of teaching the child. This is how you put this together, so you see the result as this.
Right. Critical thinking. I like that. Absolutely. So look, not to cut you off, Mr. Denise, but let's go to our first commercial break, and then we're gonna come back and finish talking about critical thinking.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, just a bit outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. We were just talking with Tavon Mason about Stevenson University and your experience there, and off air we started talking about your foundation. And if you got anything going on that you wanted to share with us.
Yeah, we're like a huge seasonal foundation. I set it up that way so we wouldn't basically run ourselves on the ground. We're trying to do a lot of stuff. So the fall is kind of like our chill period to plan because I coach in the fall, and we're kind of like slow it down. But we are in our second year of doing our winter coat and toiletry drive for the West Side Men's Shelter. So anybody that's listening and watching, if you have any gently used men's coats, we definitely would love to have them. You can email us at TavonLoveTheKids@gmail.com. Any gently used coats, toiletries looking for like.
How do you
deodorant,
spell Tavon? Like
Tavon. Yep. We looking for like deodorant, body wash, razors, and we're going to visit the men on December the 17th from 1 to about 4 o'clock. Go there, take all of the coats, toiletries. I do it on purpose, so we're gonna watch the Ravens-Browns game. So we're gonna actually watch the game with the men.
Do you need volunteers for that, for like the distribution portion, or are you all good with that?
We're good, but more the merrier. I think the thing is a lot of the men, they're forgotten when it comes to this field of with shelters and getting stuff. So I know all the love that's possible. So any of my guys out there, anybody, even my females that would like to come, like I said, December 17th at 1 o'clock, we at the Westside Men's Shelters. And what we're doing this year, we adding a barber to the mix so the men can get a haircut. And also, some of my the former players that's a part of my NFLPA Baltimore chapter, going to come out and come talk to the men and just make it a bigger thing. I'm trying to grow it each year to let the men know that you have people out there that's looking to help them.
Yeah, you can go out there and get another part on the other side.
I was about to say, y'all need some volunteers. I'll go.
Yeah, definitely come on out. Definitely come on out.
The whole team gonna be there.
She said, "Hey." They could be like, "Hey, Miss Tyra." That's awesome, Tavon. That's awesome. I know this time of year can be extremely difficult for a lot of us and a lot of people out there. And we have I feel like as a city in Baltimore, it's a big issue.
Oh yeah.
You go to some, if you get outside of the city, you go to some of the other cities, you don't see some of the things in other cities that you see in Baltimore. So, like anybody that's out there that's trying to do anything like that, man, I gotta commend, because, these are the difference makers. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the people that's, talking crap on Facebook or, putting it's people out there, knee deep in it, really giving back, and then that's really awesome that you continue to do that.
Yeah.
Man.
And I hope your people are receptive to the help. I work right downtown next to the homeless park, no bullshit, and they're like the bougiest homeless people you're ever gonna meet.
Why you say they bougie?
Because like when we have holiday parties or like birthday parties, retirement parties, anything like that, like the 10 pans of food, if we have stuff left, we used to take it over there, or like, the packed plates, and we would take them over there to the homeless people. And then, I don't eat potato salad. Bitch, you homeless.
They're like, is this gluten free?
Right.
Right. They like, is this organic greens? Like, really? Dumpster diving, how much organic food you want? They have so many food requests over there, like, y'all ain't had no cheese. Like, really? Like, so after a while, our company just asked us not to get them food. We do take collections and stuff. It's for the post office. So most couriers too, a lot of people don't know that you can give them bags of donated food.
Mail carriers?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I know that.
Got canned goods and stuff. We have like a drop off spot downtown at the post office, and they do collect for people in need. But
that's cool.
We can't like physically go over there and give them our food anymore.
Yeah, yeah. The men are really they very receptive. I mean, they were surprised because the way we do it. We've been working with the organization, the CAN Network, for years. Because the first 4 years I've been doing, I've been going to the Women and Children Shelter. And what I saw in our last visit there, man, they had like tons of stuff.
Or you was going
oh no, I'll go work. I go work.
Married man right there. He's a married man.
But yeah, they real receptive. I mean, they were getting a lot of stuff at the Women and Children Shelter, and my wife had said, the men. They hardly get looked after. So once we walked in there with the coats, I mean, you thought they were getting a brand new Benz. The men was like, damn.
Most of them it is.
Yeah, it's a coat. So this year like I said, we turning it up a little bit. And it's been a lot of reach out. Even at the school I work at, a lot of the staff are bringing coats in. A lot of people that I've partnered with have dropped coats off to me. We still have like tons of stuff, toiletries. Even the church I attend, they're doing it. They're doing collection. You know what I mean? So this is like our time that we jam between that and then, like I said off air about our slipper drive. This is like our 6th year doing our annual character slipper drive where we collect character slippers and go visit children's hospitals. About 8 children's hospitals.
Really quickly, one more time. You had the slipper drive, and what else do you have just for the listeners?
The slipper drive in the Westside Men's Shelter. Winter coat and toiletry drive. So.
All right, you guys. So look, if you can help, man, any little bit helps. Any little bit. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's, the pink bunny slippers that you see on a Christmas store.
And you only have one barber?
Yeah, we just doing one. One.
No, because I know a lot of barbers. I can get you another one.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we doing one. And actually, we think we're doing like a mobile one. So you have like the actual studio, they can pull it up in a circle and they can go up in there and get their hair cut. And it's hard because you don't know how many men will be there because they come and go. Right. So when we get close to December 17th, I reach out to April Stevens, and then she'll let me know how many that we have there. So it's pretty cool. And everybody, you just go to TavonMasonLovesTheKids.org and you can see what we do over at the foundation. That's why I tell everybody to go at just to check out what we got going on.
And how do you spell loves? Like the regular way or like the urban U?
Straight up, Tavon loves the kids.
Like the urban. How they be like L-U.
Oh yeah, no.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you. Well, really quickly before we go to commercial break, we do a thing called Who Came Through and Who Was Booty Huff for the week. And really quickly, Mark, I want to get in who came through for the week in week 11 in the NFL. Who do you have? Who impressed you this week?
The San Diego Chargers. Just put it out there. 54 points.
Almighty.
What?
Yeah,
same?
No, yeah.
Phillip Rivers, I think he's silently putting on one of the best quarterback records of the seasons this year. 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, over 1,200 yards. No, that's not right. What I got? 2,500 yards.
Okay.
They're second place in a floundering AFC West division.
Going down.
That the Chiefs are on a downward slide. The Chiefs are 6-4. Chargers are 4-6. But not too long ago, we were asking when the Chargers were going to get their first win, and suddenly they're 4-6.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think they're putting together something that could see a potential playoff run.
They need one.
Yeah.
They got to get over that hump. And shout out to Baltimore's own Trevor Williams, the cornerback out there that came from Penn State. Yeah, he on a Pro Bowl ballot.
Tavon, was there anybody out there or anything that you saw this week that was outstanding to you?
As I was watching y'all when I was sitting in the green room, it got to be the Purple Birds. You know what I mean?
Me too. All right, we're gonna do this together.
Yeah, right.
The Ravens D came through.
Yeah, it came through.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I got the Ravens. Tavon's got the Ravens. Tavon, thank you so much for coming through, man.
Yeah,
Giving us your time.
Me. Oh yeah,
Get you some of that fried turkey back there. And hopefully you'll come back again soon.
Just reach out to me, let me know how it is, and definitely come and love being on the air with y'all.
All right, you guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got my girl Lynn in the building with my homeboy Mike. We're going to chop it up NBA style. Just a bit outside.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
You just gonna shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, 'cause that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you?
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like tear it up, but just like a
little 1-2, 1-2,
hell, a little not voguing, but kind of the essence of it, very posy and hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene in you.
I can dance.
Okay,
that's
not what I
was doing. I can dance, but I'm not, trying to give that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
okay. Little banjo soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little banjo soul. Yeah. But just mark it so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. Like, pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live. On Be Exposed
Last time
Radio.
on Talk Lately.
Government. I don't understand why. Look, me, and I haven't said anything either. This is my moment. Where this American Healthcare Act is. Oh, you all right? Ooh, I sneezed.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay. All right.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. You think I say that every week and I still flub it up somehow. First time this week, though. Usually I mess it up like way earlier. The Thanksgiving Spectacular is coming towards a close.
Mike is back there cutting it up. I just can't wait to join the party because everybody's having so much fun back there.
Save some food for us.
Right. Some of that fried turkey. Yo, Dad, thank you so much for frying the turkey. It is a hit.
The whole spread is amazing. It's really, really nice. Thank you to all the cooks.
Yes, all of my girls.
It's a beautiful thing.
All of my girls that came through with the side dishes. Thank
There's
you
nothing
so much.
at all wrong with those mashed potatoes.
Mark did the mashed potatoes.
Mark.
Stop it.
I thought they were like a little too chunky.
No, ain't never too chunky, baby. Ain't never too chunky.
Yo, he hit me up the other day. He's like, so should I leave the skin on?
Do you like skin on
Do I
or
like
skin
the
off?
skin on? And I wanted to say that's what she said. I get that from you.
Tell the world.
People get heated. People do not put skins in that.
I'm like, dude, mashed potatoes is mashed potatoes.
You the chef, son. You the chef.
Right. You can't go wrong. I don't give
it the way you like it.
You can put a potato's ass in there and it would taste good to me. Like, serious.
Did y'all try the cranberry sauce?
Not yet. Let me get to that.
You made that from scratch?
That's what I do every year. Let's
cut it.
Because it's so damn easy.
It looks so fresh.
Honestly.
It's
fresh.
Yeah,
I made it.
Yeah, it's bubbly. I saw it. Let me get to it.
We're going to give you a package good show.
So, Lynn, last time you came, you had Baltimore Black Heritage Week, which was a huge success, you guys.
Was.
I attended and I had such a good time. Tell me, what is going on with you? Because you always got something going on.
So there's always a lot going on. And of course, we hit the ground running right after Black Heritage Week, which was awesome. Thank you so much, both of you, for having us on the show. It was a great experience having people really get into celebrating and participating and supporting Black businesses and organizations in the city. That's what the Think Project is all about. We are approaching our 10-year anniversary next year, so we're very excited. We've done so many different types of projects, and so all of our supporters are just going to be showing up, and we're going to have a lot going on. Lately, we've been doing a lot in the workforce space. So one of the things that we've been focusing on is trying to develop ways for folks to access training that can lead to illogical job options, that can increase their earning potential, that don't bring their barriers into play. I mean, being honest about where we live. The average individual we deal with has a background, may not have a high school diploma, may or may not be able to right now pass a substance abuse screening, but with some support and with some training, with some opportunity, can make some better choices and develop some better opportunities for themselves. So that said, we are coming upon the end of our first pilot of our culinary prep training. We've been training young adults and folks in East Baltimore, focused on folks that are in recovery, as a way to encourage them to maintain their sobriety by providing them with certifications in Serve Safe Kitchen Manager, as well as some actual practical kitchen skills, cutting skills, basic cooking classes. And we have some employers that are waiting and ready for them at the end of this. So the certification is going to be issued the first week of December. We have a hiring fair that's going to be going on that December 1st. We have about 9 employers that are providing about 12 job opportunities for the folks that we've been working with. So that number might be small, but if you know 12 people that need a job, that's a big deal. So we've been doing that, and we'll be doing a lot more of that. So just excited about still being here, still being active a decade later, and, you know, being able to be here on this show.
Excuse me. You know, she's being very humble over there. You know what I mean? She's talking about the
man coming through.
I'm just saying, she's talking about the thing that she does, the things that her organization does, and that's a wonderful thing. But she's not telling you about the Big 10. This is the big boy. This is the 10-year anniversary of the Think Project, because she's not one to pat herself on the back. Most businesses last between 18 and 36 months. And this magnificent woman has been able to take this machine that has a social component to it and is all about reaching back and giving back. And she's done it for 10 years. And I know she's not going to talk about it, so I just figured I'd bring it up and make sure that, you know, we put a little butter on that real quick.
Well, look at y'all being like the Obamas and shit.
Thank you for the butter. Thanks for the butter, baby.
I'm just saying, you need that butter. It's 10 years strong, 10 years deep for the Think Project. So, you know, there was a lot of people in the beginning of this that wanted to be a part, but they wanted to sit back and watch, and there was those other folks that wanted to be in competition. But when you just stay focused on helping people and you don't care what the haters say, the naysayers might say, and you just keep your nose to the grindstone, and you do what comes from your heart first, from your mind second, and from your pocketbook third, it all tends to work out. So here we are 10 years later. She's doing it big. Miss Lynn Robinson, a true Baltimorean hometown girl, went to Western High.
So local.
So local.
Get up on that is all I wanted to say real quick.
Thank you, Michael.
Hey, man, I love that. I love that. Now, talking about competition and being, hardcore, rough and rugged and everything, I want to incorporate a little basketball talk.
What? It's that time of year, baby.
Yes, we are a month into the season.
Yeah.
And, I always like to go against the grain. So, in the NBA, it's all about the guards right now.
True.
Okay? I want to say, let's put the guards on the back burner. I got Big Brother. This is Big Brother Mike here.
Just a bit outside. Hey, look, I've been waiting all year to say that. Just a bit outside.
We got Big Brother Mike in here. I want to show some love to the big men of the NBA. I want to talk about who do y'all think is the best center in the NBA right now?
What you think, Big Mark? Who you going with the best center?
It's a name that I don't always associate with centers just because he is such a productive player. And they're not known for being productive. DeMarcus Cousins.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. Because he's not a center. So when you originally asked me the question, you said, think about the big man.
Yes.
Centers. Are there any centers left? Because Cousins, if he played for me, he'd be my center.
Yeah.
But he's playing with Anthony Davis, who is who would have to be amongst the one or two names that we would know. As they were saying, Philly, you got the bull in Philly.
That's my pick.
You got the bull in Philly, and then you got Anthony Davis. But who else do you really have that's playing a true 1990s? We're gonna win this championship from the inside out 5. Name
Hold that
3.
thought. Hold that thought. We're gonna be right back. When we come back, we're gonna continue this NBA discussion. And y'all don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. I love that.
Hey, Nate, is that it?
50s, late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like you can't move on. If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait. That means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides,
but that
all my skeleton.
He didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
He wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill. How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see us.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio. Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Gobble, gobble, mother.
That's good.
Every view.
And he gobbles too. And he gobbles too.
That's what she said. Okay, and we're back. So, Mark, you got some scores for us? You got Monday Night Football?
Yeah, the Falcons are making a liar out of me. Y'all were right so far. 13-0.
Yo, there's no Legion of Boom, dog. We try to tell you.
Everybody hurt.
What about Maryland? So, Big Brother Mike said Maryland's on the court tonight.
I'm still on the case.
All right, well, we'll get that update for you guys. When we left off, we were giving some love to the big man. We were talking about the centers of the NBA, and Mark had just brought up Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins of the New Orleans Pelicans. That is a very good pick. I kind of want to continue with what Big Brother Mike was saying here. He's talking about a gentleman over there in Philly.
Yo, Embiid. If he could play more than, 30 games this year, he has the potential to be the great center. But, we got to be honest. The best center in the league is LeBron James.
Oh,
the best center in the league is LeBron James.
Woo! That is...
I just call him like I see him.
Okay. That is a bold statement, bro.
Best center in the league. If not him, Kevin Love. Tell me who's playing center on that team that day, and I'll take him.
What about Tristan?
Well, the problem with Tristan is, he's not going to give you anything offensively.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get some rebounds, and you need that. But you got to put the biscuit in the basket. And, he doesn't do that consistently enough at a high enough number. He's like Horace Grant. You can't take away from Horace Grant's game in Chicago and Orlando. He made those teams, what they were. But at the end of the day, we don't sit around wearing Horace Grant tennis shoes.
Hey, word up to that. I want to go back to Embiid though. I mean, this guy is really beasted out. Big Brother Mike made a very interesting point offline. He said, is he still going to be here in another month? How long is this going to last? Because
he got calcium problems.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? His bones is brittle.
Brother didn't drink enough milk back in the day, or what? I don't know, man.
His bones is brittle, man. You can't depend on a player like that. He is like the Brashard Perriman of the NBA.
Yes, that is a great analogy.
Brashard Perry, he's gonna have a great game, but then you don't know if you're gonna see him next week. He's gonna practice great, but you don't know what he's gonna do on the field. So I'd like to see Embiid do well. I'd like to see Philly do well. I like them to be competitive in these. But come on, really? They 7 years away from being competitive.
I just want to give a little bit of just a glimpse of the potential greatness, the what could be. Okay.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday, they played the Lakers, and that was a good game, and we highlighted that game as well, Mike, because that was Mark. That was two of our potential rookies of the year, with Ben Simmons going up against Lonzo Ball. But I feel like Joel Embiid stole the show that night because he had 46. Listen to this though. I mean, this is pretty nasty, yo. 46 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, and 7 blocks.
Name the center for the Lakers. I'll wait.
Oh, is that Lopez, motherfucker?
Which one? They the same. Which one?
Right.
They're gonna give you 4, 4, and 4 every night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, MB should get 46, and it's not that I'm knocking his game. He's nice. Again, the problem is he's always hurt, and we're not talking about the '93 Lakers. We talking about the Lonzo Ball Lakers. Oh. We just waiting to see if Lonzo Ball can score 16. We're not worried about them winning the game, are we?
Man, dude, he just had another triple-double, though. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
2 triple-doubles, 17 games. I think that's pretty decent.
First of all, I'm an Alonzo Ball fan.
Yeah,
I like him. I like his daddy. I like his brothers. I like all that. I like them taking stuff in China. I like all that. You heard me?
I like them taking stuff in China.
I like the TV show. Anytime you got a man that's like, yo, I'm going to be a daddy and I'm going to raise these boys to be men. I don't care how you do it. They criticize Richard Williams.
Williams, yes.
When he brought his daughters up.
Yes, talks about that all the time.
They're whenever it seems like someone says, you know what, I'm going to be a dad from day one. And I'm going to push my kids academically and athletically. And I'm going to talk a little trash about it. Then we want to beat that person up. However, if I taught my kid from day one, you know, IT, and I said, you know, I'm going to set you up for a career at IBM. And when you were in high school, I didn't make you go to all the classes. I made you take computer classes. And when you get to college, I make you specialize in IT. And then you're ready for a career at IBM so that you can make $120,000 a year. Everyone would applaud me. But if I set my kid up to make $120 million, then something's wrong. So I don't know. Anytime I see somebody being a black daddy, I like to, you know, cheer them on and say, go right ahead. So
I know that's right.
I mess with the ball. So I'm not putting LA down. I'm just saying they are what they are. You know, really, if we're talking about the West Coast, we're talking about Golden State. We're talking about San Antonio because, you know, Pop going to do his thing.
Oh, yeah.
We hoping Houston is there. And, you know, my squad is the Wizards, but my man is Melo. So
Yes.
I'm going on the record right now letting all y'all know them Thunder going to be roaring in the playoffs.
OK3, the OK3, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let's go.
Melo gonna bring it home. We're gonna have a parade on Monument Street, going over east. You heard me?
Doing the Baltimore boogie out there, man.
Boogie, right?
Absolutely.
He gonna be on stage like I told y'all to stop snitching, man. You heard me? So I'm a fan of Carmelo, and I think that he's in the right spot, the right place. It's gonna work out for him. But as far as big men go, that's a tough conversation. The biggest man in basketball is 6'9", 290, named LeBron. You know, so I don't see nobody messing with that.
Speaking of, remember that score earlier?
What's the score?
Cavs are up 107-68 on the Pistons.
Damn.
LB.
And I think that they're like on a 4-game winning streak or something like that. So
Yeah.
it seems like they're trying to turn some kind of corner.
You've been trash talking them the last couple
I
of weeks,
have.
and you finally made them turn that corner.
Right.
But see, you know, they're a championship caliber team. So, I mean, this is the first quarter of the season. You know, they just finding their rhythm. They got a new guard in there. They lost, what, 4 or 5 players. They got to be all right. I mean, you got the greatest player on earth right now. Except for, you know, I think the greatest player on earth is still Kobe, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah. Holla!
But LB, you know, let's wait till the second half of the season and see what Cleveland is doing. When you're a championship caliber team, you use these games right here to get everything together. I mean, they're not going for, you know, 72 this season. What they're trying to do is make sure they're prepared to make a run against any of those teams in the West. So, you know, look, we should, first of all, we talking about basketball. It ain't even Valentine's Day yet. so that tells you how bad the Ravens are.
Oh, yeah.
That tells you what we're dealing with in football is that we're talking about basketball.
And that's what he said.
Yeah. Flacco done set us back 7 years.
Yeah, he did.
And we still here, you know, trying to be nice.
Defense keeping us honest, though.
Thank God they back.
Defense keeping us honest.
Thank God there's something to talk about.
Yeah, they give you something to talk about. They playing football. And even if when they have a bad game, it's just a bad game. They're going to come back and, man, Flacco, that offense, Morning Wig, if y'all don't remember Morning Wig in Detroit?
I don't.
He sucked.
Clearly.
He was one of those Detroit head coaches that went like 1-15 or 2-12. So it's like, why you know the problem that I have with Jim Harbaugh? This is the problem that I have with Harbaugh. My problem with John Harbaugh, Jim or John, which one we got? We got John.
We got John, but you make it quick because we about to sign off.
My problem with him is he's a 12-year-old head coach, and he falls in love with these offensive coordinators, and he can't let them go. That's my problem.
All right, y'all, we got to wrap it up. You got a feel-good story?
I'll find one.
That's all right. Now, we don't got no time for it. Hey, look,
Just
y'all, I just want to, in the
outside.
last few minutes, I want to give a shout-out. This is the man behind the music, DJ Delight.
Yo, what's cracking? What up?
DJ Delight.
Hey, man, I just wanted to give you a few seconds to say what's up to everybody. Anybody you want to shout out real fast?
Hey, what's up? I want to shout out to the wifey, my wife, Keita. You know what I mean? She hold me down forever. But for real, you want to holler at me, check me out on Instagram, Sound Productions, and DJ Delight on Facebook.
All right, y'all, there you have it. You know how we end the show. Baltimore, spread love, yo. We about to go back there, drink some drinks, eat some turkey. Have a nice holiday, y'all.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article.
here's what I want to tell you. Still, media